heart attack. Fast fatal heart impact. Past painful scars. In fact, I blast tasteful bars and pass. I back up my actions. Fact, don't ask. Grab reactions. Jacked attack with every word. Then act with class as they hear me snap. I got nothing to lose, cause I fought and felt the bruise. Now I'm not the one confused. Call the shots and they produce. I ain't lost, I'm finally loose. Pick a new silver juice. I need the views to boost me to a new abuse of being used. Everybody wants a piece now. Y'all can rest in peace now. You're dead to me, so peace out. Remember, you're discreet now. Get ready for defeat now.
Alrighty. Hello everybody. This is Kyusho here, and now, before we do continue, let's give a brief little review. In the last part, Deku and Koya, both of these two, they went out to a restaurant to try and see if their target would end up there. However, the two, in an attempt to waste time, they started to order dessert. Then they got wine. Then they finished the dessert and had to drink the wine. They used fake IDs to pass for adults, and they got a little too tipsy. Now, Deku, he found this to be, well, strange. The craziest thing he ever did was break into the matches where he saw those people racing those flying ships. And right now, he drank wine at a very expensive restaurant. And he did it, well, illegally. I mean, they had the IDs, but they really shouldn't have done that. And then, him and Koya, they kissed. Koya talked about how she was interested in him before. She even knew. And, well, that helped Deku a lot. His whole life, he's just been the Avatar. But now, he is Izuku Midoriya. Not the Avatar. Not the man who can bend all four elements. Now, with that being said, Deku, he talked to Bumin, the guy who is basically Deku's personal Tenya Ida. And he's a little bit more militaristic in the way he wants things done. And then you do have Yu, who she actually is the carefree airbender. Now, with that being said, we do actually have the next morning. Deku, he wakes up with a headache, and he feels like crap. And then we do actually where Bumin, he does gonna start pointing out a few things to Deku. As Koya, she would wake up, and her head is pounding very bad. And Yu, she actually did somewhat write something for Koya. Her writing something down, as Koya would go to pick up the note and read it. Before she actually is going to look directly back onto the table and see that there is a glass of water and some pills to the left. As you just talk about what's going to be happening for the day, since she already talked to Bumin. Now, this is where everybody they would gather for breakfast. And whenever they are all sitting down, they are talking about what's going on. Oh, my head feels like shit. Yeah, mine still feels pretty bad. Do you take anything for it? No. Just, got a glass of water. Oh. Hang on. Here. Her gonna pull something out. Her handing over two pills to Deku as he's gonna reach out and grab them, taking them and going to swallow some more water, as he does go back to his breakfast. And Bumin, he does go to start to begin. Deku, clearly he might still be hazy, so let's just start this off and see it whenever he'll jump in. Him starting to explain. Right now, they need to head to the hotels. They need to check and see exactly which locations are which. And right now, they need to make sure they can find the target. If push comes to shove and they can't get the information at the front desk, then the other, team will head there later and try to rent a room in an attempt to look around. Since it's either that or they're actually at the office. And if they do head there and find that the person is there or they were there, then that can give them some options. They find the hotel early, and then they just wait for the target to head back. Or they go to the hotels, they're not told the information, and they have to rent a room there. By the time they search the entire hotel, the target could return, and they may catch them leaving the front desk. Or they do something quite simple. They steal the information if need be. If push comes to shove, they take what they can and find the target tomorrow. Or they could probably just ambush them when they're heading back to the airport. Now, that's something that Yu does say right out. And both Deku, Boomin, and Koya do to look directly up at Yu. And Yu is going to talk. Okay, so you guys seriously didn't think this out? Huh? What are you talking about? Billman, the same airport that we stopped in at, it's the only one for the next 50 miles. And besides, what was the information we got from the file? You guys did go over that all right? Okay, hang on. So, you know more about this than we do? I didn't think I did. From my understanding, there's something going on, maybe tomorrow, today. It's some sort of meeting, I think. So if we go to the office today, then we can check. If she's not here or there, then she's still at her hotel. Then what we can all do is just break up that way and one of us can stalk at the building. Otherwise, one stalks at the airport. And we take shifts with that. Since we can just catch her at the end of the 72-hour period. Now, Boomin, he tries to think about what to say to that. As he does is bring his hand up to his face. Fuck. Why didn't they just think of that? Okay. So, hang on a minute. Am I still drunk? Because why is she making too much sense? I don't know, and I don't like it. You, exactly when were you going to pitch that into the conversation? You never asked. Okay. Anything else to add? Well, let me try and think now. The most likely place they'd be staying would be, what was it? I know the hotel brand, but crap. It starts with an A, so I think that's it. Okay, that does actually help. Are you sure it does? I'm pretty sure, actually. I can check that out. If we can narrow it down to just a bit more of a handful of hotels, that does also help. So let us reconvene soon. And that will allow you to both time. Now, the moment Boomin does go to say that, you do actually have Koya who does go to look up towards Deku. And Deku, he will go to look up towards her. As both the two, they make direct eye contact before Koya does go to somewhat turn her head. And talk about how maybe she can give him a hand cross-referencing hotels. I do not see why not. However, I do feel like this would just be a single person task. Okay, then let me do it to go check out the business. You got that seismic sense, right? I do. However, you're not exactly too sure how it works, do you? Okay, I don't care how it works as long as it does. Do you think that you could pick out the target in a crowd? You're really asking me to try and do this. I could, yeah. But I'd say my eyes are better than my seismic sense. So I'd probably just stick to these right here. I'm going to put in his eyes, expressing that the seismic sense isn't just something you can learn overnight. it takes years of practice to focus on, and even then, it is still very difficult, since he's only been at it for about 2 or 3 months. And while he does want to master it one day, he doesn't believe that it's possible for him to pick it out right now. Now, Boomin, he does express this, as is at least talk about how he will head to the building, however, since he believes that somebody competent should be doing this. I'm going to walk away. And Koya, yeah. Well, she does want to smack Boomin. Right now, he did just do her a bit of a favor, as she does go to quickly start walking back to the hotel room. And Deku, he does is going to stand up. Him going to head back upstairs as well, as we do have one where Deku is going to get back to the room and try to think. Okay, okay. Let's see. Let's see. What can I do to do this? What can I do to figure this all out? Alright. Okay. They're just trying to think. As there is one idea that does pop into his mind. It sounds crazy. I mean, absolutely insane. Just pure on not possible here. But maybe it could work. Now, Deku, he does gonna directly get to the edge of his bed. Him going to sit down against the edge, as he does gonna lean backwards against it. Him bringing his hands up and getting comfortable, as he does start to focus. Him going to start to meditate. As Deku, he is trying to at least zone in. Okay, let's do this. Now, Deku, he does start to focus. And there is where he does feel it. He does feel himself separate from his body. It took him about a minute. However, right now, Deku is going to look directly down, seeing his body just there now. As we do actually where it does go to move directly through the wall. Him floating through it, and going to see Koya and you. As Koya, she actually is currently on a laptop. Her, at least, searching for some of the top places that would possibly be their location. And you, she actually is in the very same room. So, you just tried to avoid him this morning? Yeah, I mean, oh god, was that a bad idea? Uh, well, he might get the wrong impression. Besides, you do like him, right? I do, but it's just, I didn't know how to respond after last night. Besides, I didn't mean for it to happen like that. Besides, what? He was just so, I mean, he was just, I don't know how to express it. Girl, I think that's just love. Uh, okay. Maybe so. But what if he starts to avoid me? What if he thinks it was a mistake? I find that hard to believe. Okay, but what if he does? Now, Deku is going to say something out loud. Well, this is certainly a turn for events. That is quite true. Deku looking up to see, well, and the best word for it, a tiny Vatu and Rava. They're both on one side of each other. In his vision? Huh? Deku bringing his hand up, as he does go to try and, well, grab onto both of these two. As Rava is trying to inform him that they cannot go far. However, they are here with him. What is this? I do not know. Trust me, kid. Neither of us know. The moment we found that we were both free of your body, I tried to make a run for it. Well, while it isn't in the best of interest, I was trying to go after him. That is how we found out that we were both tethered. Okay, listen, I'm just gonna come out and say it. We need to find this person. If we can, then we can get closer to solving this. Now, we do actually have you. She was watching TV, and she was just trying to focus on a bit of what was going on. But she felt like the room was getting cold. And she doesn't know how to say it, but there's this uneasy feeling like she's being watched. Now, she doesn't really think too much of it. However, we do actually have Deku who's directly above her. Listen, I'm just saying, just let's find this person and then get back to my body. Alright, well, do you think that that would be good? I think that would be easy. All we need to do is find out exactly where we're going. Now, Deku, he does going to move over. Him floating directly above the other bed before going to at least walk through the wall. And going to sit his feet down on the ground. Him walking over to Koya as he's going to lean down to her right. Him looking at the laptop to see exactly what she's found. The top-rated hotel in the city that starts with an A. It is one that is pretty far. However, that's if you're traveling on the ground. Right now, though, he's about to take a spiritual journey all across the city. And he's going to fly. Alright, this is good. Okay, right, okay. You got this, Suzuku. Just get there, search the floors, and try to find your way back. Just maintain focus. Now, Deku, he does going to walk towards the window. As whenever he does so, there is actually you, who she was watching the TV. Before she did go to see Deku, him vaguely walk in front of her. And the moment she does go to look towards what she does see, somewhat as a silhouette, she does go to stare at Deku, as he is going to walk directly to the wall. Koya? What is it? I'm busy. Can you see that? Now, Koya is going to look up. Her looking over to the wall that you is pointing at. And Deku is going to turn his head. She can see him? You can see me? Okay. What was it for my breakfast today? Okay, what are you staring at? There is a spirit in the room. A spirit? Either that or a ghost. But I think those are the same thing. So what do we do? It just walked through the wall. That's outside and open. Okay, hang on. You saw a spirit. Uh-huh. And it was a person. Yes. Should we call someone about that? Okay, first of all, do you know it was a person? I heard them speak. You did? Yeah, now that I think about it, it sounded a lot like... You gonna stop. Her going to throw herself off of the bed and run to the door. When she does so, she does go to walk to her right, to the room just next to theirs. Her taking a few steps, before she's going to see that on the floor, there is a key card. And she's going to reach down, grab onto it, and then go to flip it over. There is something taped to the back. as a small note, does talk about how they need to know he is going to be right back, and that he's going to be leaving this here for them. Them both kind of confused. However, Yu Shizuki slid the card through the door, and they're going to open it up. As the both of them do walk in to see Deku. And Yu Shizuki walk over and going to sit down directly in front of him, bring her hand up, and reaching out to him. Oh shit. What's going on? Koya? This is... Fuck. This is not good. Okay, hang on. What's not good? Well, he's not in his body anymore. What? Yeah, it's bad. I'm not gonna lie. And if he spends too much time away from this body, he's gonna be stuck like this forever. Okay, okay. So where is he? I don't know. I mean, why would he do this? But wait a minute. That was him in the room with us. Yeah, sorry, I forgot to mention that. Why was he in the room with us? Why was he a spirit? Okay, you know what's going on, so you gonna inform me about this? You just came running in here. Okay, fine, Koya. He's going to that hotel. But I just found it. Mm-hmm. And what do you think of it? It was the first place I would look. So that's where he's going. But what are we gonna do? What if he just doesn't come back? That's kind of all we can really hope for. That he does come back. Because right now, if he doesn't, you already mentioned it. Just please stop talking about that. You're freaking me out. Yeah, well, I don't deal with panic well. And I am kind of freaking out myself. So, just, let's wait like 10 minutes. If it doesn't work, then I'll go after him. You will? Yeah, sure. Um, let's just make sure we can get over there though. What do you mean get over there? Okay, you and me. We need to go over there. He needs to be closer to his body. The further apart they are, the less connection he has with it. If he gets too far away from it, then he might forget who he is. And if that happens, he'll get trapped. So, leave a note and let's get out of here. Um, how are we supposed to get him out of here when he's passed out like this? Shit. Okay. Okay. What do you know about bloodbending? Mm, um, not really a lot, but if you're asking me to human puppet him, I am not confident in doing that. I might do more damage than I might actually help. His blood is circulating, right? It is. Okay. So let's come up with an idea, and maybe, just maybe, we can get this all solved. Otherwise, we might have to pack him into a suitcase. Why a suitcase? It's the biggest thing I can think of. Besides, you brought that super large one, right? I did. Good. Go unpack it. We might need it. Now, you and Koya need to make a plan. as right now it's quite simple. Get Deku's body over to that building. And Deku, he does have one plan. Head there and head back. Because if he can do that, then they can at least find the target. And, well, that's something that they would rather like to have happen fairly soon. Because otherwise, Deku might go on a bit more than just a spiritual walk. Now then, with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed and have an amazing day. I'll catch you guys in the next part.